The importance of personal values. And this is going to take you right into exercise 7, exploring your personal mission, vision, and values. So I have another workbook that I think if this really appeals to you, I want to encourage you to purchase it. It is crafting your life plan, journey within, crafting your personal life plan. And it really does take you through, really thinking out your values, thinking out your mission, thinking out the vision for your life, like really determining who you are. A lot of my clients come to me and they say, what's my purpose? I hate when clients ask me that question because I believe it gives too much power for me to inform who you are in this world. And I don't think that's power you should ever casually put in someone else's hand, even my own. I'm going to be a good steward of it if you give it to me, but I don't think it's appropriate to do that. I think it's much more appropriate for you to define yourself for yourself. And I know that that might be responsibility that you're not used to, and it might be really uncomfortable, but it's essential. And the first step in this is really determining what your values are. Why a lot of us have problems in interpersonal relationships, especially romantic relationships, is that our values don't align, but we're trying to get us to align. But values have to align for things to work easily in life. Without understanding what your values are, it's going to be harder for you to navigate this world. Without understanding your own vision for this life that you're living, your own mission in this life, you're going to be like looking in a lot of places. So this is going to be a shorter video, but I do encourage you, if this part of it stands out to you, that you do buy that workbook. And I would even pause. Well, no, I wouldn't pause shadow work for too long, but I would definitely, at a minimum, if I finish shadow work, I'm doing that. Right? And I'm doing that from a very healed place. So that's my recommendation for after shadow work. If you want to take a pause and just work on it really quickly and then do it again at the end, I think that's probably a good exercise, right? As long as you keep your momentum. Where do you see your values lining up right now? What really matters to you? And I think this is also really important when we look at living authentically. Like really having a good understanding of what are my values. And I'm gonna tell you something. I never really thought about what my personal values were until they were being challenged, with the whole new age spirituality. And I really had to sit and think. I never had really sussed it out for myself. I really had to think, no, what do I believe? What are my values? What is important to me? And really, for me, you guys, it boils down to love being a light. I believe that I am a human embodiment of love. I want to align with things that feel that way. And what is love to me? It isn't this nebulous term. It's a promise not to do harm to anybody else, including myself, right? It is a wide, expansive field where people are accepted, where people belong, and where people are safe. That's so important to me. One of my major values is to be a safe person in my community, right? To be an ethical healer, an ethical psychic. Just really think out what really matters to you. And then that's so informative at helping you direct and order your steps in a way that really leads to the life that you want. And that's work that I don't know anyone who sat down and done that work with themselves, really planned out their life plan for themselves, really figured out who they were and what they wanted their life to mean, what legacy they wanted to leave behind, what impact they wanted to have, how they wanted to be remembered, how they wanted to touch other people, how they wanted to live for themselves. It's such an important part that Spirit really did lead me to make a workbook independent of even shadow work. So I invite you to explore that, and I invite you to do this exercise with a whole hell of a lot of integrity and really looking from the position of what we did in our last exercise, which is our most powerful self, right? What values does your most powerful self have? What values would they have? How would they show up? What impact would they leave in this world? Not just looking from your perspective right now.